why Felix likes you so much. You're so, real.
Lots of people get lost in Saltburn.
This place, it's not for you.
I can honestly say that these last few months have been the happiest of my life. Anything else I should know about?
No, just be yourself. They'll love you. It's relaxed, I promise.
We are here for the movie loot box winner review, and I'm sure people are curious what this autograph is because it's very small. It's a signed CD from Lana Del Rey. I met her back in 2019. And then this one is my most prized autograph in my entire collection from the legendary Kevin Conroy. If my house started on fire, this is the first autograph I would grab and the only one I would grab if I could only grab one. So we're going to be reviewing Hensel Seal's choice, and that's Saltburn. Congratulations to her on her win of my movie loot box. And I would like to give a cautionary warning that this review is going to be filled with crude humor, strong language. This video is not for children. Parental discretion is advised. I have a lot to say about this one. I did not know how to do it without going down the Rolodex of YouTube rules. You can't say this word. And then 2 hours later, here's a new batch of things you can't say or show on YouTube. So this continuously non-ending Rolodex of rules is out the window. Don't even care if this video gets monetized or shared through the algorithm. I am not holding back on this review. So let's stop the jabbering of the intro and get on with the review. You have been warned, this video is not for the faint of heart. So one thing I did like is the character is somewhat of a chameleon. He will behave in a way to gain someone's trust. He will even do gay acts and act very dismissive or submissive if he has to, but his ultimate goal is to get your trust and then use it against you later. So the intrigue of this character is quite interesting. That's something I thought was clever about the movie. But a problem I had is there are multiple times when the movie finally gets serious for a moment. We're jumping right back into a party scene of people just smoking cigarettes, lounging around and drinking. I found that very exhausting and obnoxious. And I'm going to show you right now what I'm talking about. He shows up to college. Great. It's a good intro. It shows that he's going to a nice place. There's going to be money there, people, wealth, everything he's looking for. I'm all in at this point. But then the movie just tires me down by just showing them lounging around, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol. Smoking, drinking, party. Smoking, drinking, party. And it's just a cycle of this over and over. And I was getting very bored very early on. Now, I'm going to do something a little different this time to help people understand where I'm coming from, because I'm going to play two characters. So I'm going to be wearing this hat. And when I put this hat on, I'm going to pretend to be a writer. And I'm going to put the video in black and white. When the hat's off, I'm playing myself. So let's get started. We drink, we smoke, we go to another party, and then let's throw something super weird in there for shock value. What may that be, you ask? Well, we'll have the character come in, and what do you guys think about him jacking a dude off in bed? Well, I understand the character's playing kind of somewhat of a chameleon, right? He'll act gay to gain the person's trust, but does he have to actually, like, masturbate him? Do we have to show that? Oh yeah, and we're going to make the scene really long too. We're going to show him really going to town. We want the audience to be like, whoa! And if the audience doesn't like it, then they're just homophobic. Okay, first off, I don't think it really makes you homophobic. That's a little... Well, actually, it does make you homophobic. Okay, but so what? You're going to just show him jack this guy off and what, until he finishes? Oh yeah, he's going to finish him. He's going to get the job done. And if people look away or they don't like it, they're homophobic. I don't think that makes you homophobic. That'd be like saying just because I don't want to watch gay porn means I'm homophobic. Okay, I don't really like where this is going. You're starting to be a straw man. We're going to show him jack the guy off and then finish, okay? That implies he'll go this far for power. It's super shocking. We don't really have anything else going on, so we have to pad in something to really amp up and make the movie somewhat interesting, or we lose the audience. Sure, if there's no other way to write in a different scenario that he gains power to gain this person's trust, let's move on. So here's another idea. We're gonna show another party, and then we're gonna have him watch this girl from a distance, and then he sneaks off with her by herself. And she's kind of in a rich, privileged life, right? I think it'd be really smart is if this rich, privileged girl puts her guard down, we'll have him dominate her. And then what he's gonna do is he's gonna shove his fingers in her pussy. She's gonna be on her period, and he's gonna take the period blood and put it in her mouth. I know it's shock value. So this is the second moment where he could show dominance and power without doing something weird. So what you want to do is have him shove his bloody fingers in her mouth, fill with her period blood, and she starts eating it and enjoying it. Because most women in the world love to eat their period blood. I said it would be weird, and it's good shock value because most women want to eat their period blood. But there are some women out there that think it's kind of hot and it's a kink. I'm pretty sure this is going to turn the audience off. It's not going to really hold. Kind of ruining the movie because you're doing something so abrupt. It's blatantly obvious for shock value. Well, I'll tell you what, Tyler. Let me be the writer and you be the reviewer, okay? We're going to show her get dominated, but then we're going to spice it up a little bit and go up to the next notch. We're going to have him eat her out too. I'm not a writer. Let's move on. So we're starting to lose steam because everything is revealed at the end. And we really need to feed their brains something big for them to go, whoa! What I want is the lead character to be watching the guy that he's trying to manipulate, the guy he met at the college, and he's watching him jack off in the tub. I don't see why he's doing that or how that helps him gain power. He's being very sneaky and gross about how he's handling this. It is a little odd to watch a man jack off in a bathtub. I'll stick with this one. Now I want to up the ante even more. And you know what I want to do? You know what I want to do? I want him to get out of the bathtub after he's done masturbating. And then I want the lead character to come into the tub and suck up the cummy water. And then we'll have the sound team have the slurping and really show him sucking up the cum. Okay, we are straight up now going into shock value. How is he progressing forward on controlling this family's inheritance by him sucking up cum in a tub when nobody's around to see it? Look, I'm not going to lie to you about this one. This one is straight up shock value, and it's super gay, and I think it will really throw the audience for a loop here. No one's around. I get it. That's a flaw in the script, but let's not think too hard into it, okay? If you don't want to see a guy suck up cum out of a bathtub, then you might be homophobic. Listen, I'm fully aware that we're trying to do shock value things, but don't you think this is going to be a little much for the audience? If he waited for someone to see him do this, that would make more sense, but he's doing it alone. This just makes him a fucking weirdo. He is a weird character. Well, I'm sure if I argue with you about this anymore, you're going to call me homophobic, so let's just move on. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another party scene. I know, another one, but this time we're going to have to put antlers on his head, just to show he's a little different. He sees the guy he's manipulating the whole movie. We want that character to die. And then we're going to have the lead character cry and hold the cross of the person he killed. And hear me out. Hear me out here. I know we've pushed the boundaries a few times here. Maybe we have him get completely naked and fuck the soil above the dead body. As in, I fucked the life out of you. I took everything from you, and now I'm fucking the life out of you. This isn't going to benefit him, and no one's going to see it. So it has no benefit or reason to be there. It's not going to help him get the estate. It's not going to help him gain any trust from any of the other family members. It's just showing him fuck dirt to be a weirdo. You know, I'm starting to get a little offended by the shock value porn stuff you keep bringing up, because I'm coming up with really genius ideas here. And if you can't get edgy with me, man, maybe you shouldn't review my film. If you don't like watching a dude get jacked off in bed to completion, and then watching a girl eat her period blood, because that's what girls like to do, and then you don't want to watch a dude suck cum out of a bathtub on top of a dude getting naked in fucking soil, then you got some problems. Yeah, I am an idiot. What was I thinking? It's not for shock value, and it's not out of place. Definitely something to watch with the family. I'm completely wrong. I apologize. People are going to want to start doing these same things, and we could start a trend of cum sucking out of bathtubs, and people might want to start jerking off their friends in bed. We might even start a new fetish where girls are going to want to try their own period blood because we're so fucking edgy. I am the writer. You are the reviewer for a reason. I know none of that stuff has any relevance to how it'd make him more powerful, but it's fucking cool. So that is Saltburn for you guys. I will say that outside of the unneeded shock value stuff, it's a slow burn movie. It has a good idea to it, but it's so incredibly sluggish and slow and pretentious. I got bored 30, 40 minutes in. I think the only thing that was saving the audience's attention were those shock value moments. The reveal is nice, but it takes way too long to get there. If you miss a single frame, you're gonna lose track of what happened. That's how small the details were, and I found that obnoxious. At the end of the film, there's a 2-minute reveal of how all this came about, showing him pop the tire, have money in his wallet at the pub, and he pretended to be broke. And then he pulls the oxygen tube out of Rosamund Pike's throat and she dies. It showed him owning everything they had and having all their inheritance and all their money. It's a smart idea, but the burn was so fucking painfully slow, you're not gonna give a shit by the time it reveals how he did all of this. The 2-minute wrap up they have at the end is not worth the hour and 55 minutes it takes to get there. I was not a fan of this movie. I would never watch this again. It's just a shock value porno. I'm going to grade Saltburn. Unless you like shock value movies and you like really slow burn movies that only reveal something interesting at the last 2 minutes, as if that's supposed to make up for the other hour and 55 minutes. Like I'm supposed to be like, oh, it all comes together now. I'm so stupid. I should have saw all this coming. Now the movie's a fucking masterpiece because you gave me a 2-minute montage of what happened leading up to the ending, and it just makes up for all the padded, stupid shock value bullshit. If that's you, you'll love Saltburn and you should check it out right now. It's on Amazon Prime. For me, this is a one and done forever. Well, thank you for everyone who participated in my loot box number 4. Thank you for voting. I do have another review coming out very soon. Until then, Merry Christmas, everyone, and I will catch you movie fans on my next review.